liberal tears gun oil because America.
Hi, Stag with Wolf and Stag Wastelanders. So I'm back again. I'm doing another video talking about the lore, kind of touching on that. So we're going to do a little bit of a touching on the lore video again today. Wolfen has this map in his mind of what the wasteland is. I don't remember if I said it in the video about the lore, but the wasteland is an area that stretches from northern Nevada, or about mid-Nevada, up into parts of Idaho, through to Montana. It covers the Dakotas, Wyoming, parts of Colorado, and Utah. And that's where we are. That's where we're situated. Wolfen is down in Nevada, and I'm obviously here in Wyoming. And if you look at a map, or you get out into this terrain, that's literally, this is literally the terrain that you're going to find everywhere. And with variations, obviously, depending on water sources and things like that. But the idea is that it's a vast swath of cities and population centers that in the lore start deciding to go out. They start trying to figure out what's going on as society breaks down around them. And in the lore, Wolfen and Stag, two friends who've been friends for years, link up. They're from two different sections of this region. They link up and they begin to form a group. And they start slowly expanding their group, which notes to human nature that that's something that we would do as humans. We would try to find the best case for survival, which would be in a group. So if you're out there and you're going in a situation where it's the without rule of law, end of days, whatever, and you end up having to leave and do whatever, like say a postman type scenario, or you know, Walking Dead. Obviously, you guys are people are going to link up, and they're going to start forming groups and forming their own communities. Some for the good, some for the bad. And that's what you have to think about as you join communities and you join groups. Is this group, what they have me doing, does this go against my morals? And that's a lot of things with the thoughts that we have. It's all about the guiding principle in morals. What decisions you would make in a terrible situation, or a situation where you need to survive, but another group believes they need to survive, but they've been using the other groups around them, and they've been terrorizing them and attacking them, and just that's kind of the whole nature of it. And it comes down to, again, human nature. You know, what will you do to survive and to ensure that your community grows and that you yourself and your people are safe? A lot of preppers touch on that, and I've thought about this greatly. I've talked it over with Wolf, and I've talked it over with my wife. My father-in-law and I have discussed this. My dad and I discussed this kind of stuff years ago when I was a kid. And it all boils down to, what are your moral values? We believe that all life is precious, all life is important. All things deserve to live. And it's a basic belief of most people. But it's becoming clearer and clearer to me that there are groups, and younger generations are more and more indoctrinated with the me mentality, or the collectivist mentality. And when I talk about groups, I don't mean that groups have to all have the same mentality or the same set of skills or do the same thing, because they don't. That's just human nature. You can't force us all to be the same. I'm not talking about collectivism. I'm talking about finding a group of people in a survival situation, forming up this group, and what you can contribute to that group. Be it you can contribute skills of hunting, or contribute skills of medical training and knowledge, or skills of survivalist tactics and how to gather up whatever needs to be done. Or maybe your skills are nothing more than cooking or cleaning or taking care of the community. And that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the collectivist mindset of we all have to think the same. You do have to have a basic moral compass, and the people in your group should all have a basic moral compass that's the same direction. But you don't all have to think the same. And that lends to human nature. We all don't think the same. We're all not the same. And so when you're out there and you're looking at groups like, you know, different prepping communities and different groups of variations, you have to consider what are your personal moral stances. Where do you fit into this? What can you contribute? What can you learn? That's another part of it. What can you learn from each other? You have to be able to learn from each other. You have to be able to contribute, but you also have to be able to learn from each other and learn various different skills. A lot of people forget that you have to learn different skills and learn different skill sets from each other. People are out here to learn, or people aren't out here to learn, but people want to learn those different skill sets. And I'm hoping in the future to be able to bring you guys some videos on those various skill sets that I have, be it hunting, more shooting, survivalist, backpacking, and camping. I think Wolfen and I have talked about maybe us doing that a week long, just us filming these videos of us out in places like this. Obviously we wouldn't be in this area, we'd be in another area that's similar to this. And that would be something about surviving and showing you guys how to basically live with the bare minimums. That's obviously right now not on the block until a little ways down the road, but we plan to do a lot more stuff. And so that's why I've been shilling so hard to get you guys to go to our Patreon, go to PayPal and all that other stuff, because we want to be able to bring you guys more stuff. We want to be able to do this full time, obviously, but we want to be able to bring you guys more videos like that where we can show you, you know, our various different bushcraft skills, show you things that we've learned. I have some of my skills have gotten rusty, and I'm going to admit to that. I haven't kept up on some of my bushcraft skills. I've been too comfortable living in the city and working in the oil industry. And so I want to be able to show you guys and actually refresh those skill sets. So I want to be able to do that kind of stuff. So we can only do that again with your guys' help, obviously, but we also want to be able to show you guys a lot more videos where we're doing more stuff and talking to more mindsets. So with all that out of the way, I just want to say that, guys, really, I want you guys to think about this stuff, and I want you guys to think about how you would handle a situation where you're maybe even just lost in the woods. You know, would you know how to get back to the roads? Would you know how to find your way out of the forest? Those are some basic skills that everyone needs, and I think everyone should have them. You might be able to navigate your way around a city, but when you're out here, it's a little bit different than navigating around a city. There's not a street sign on every corner, and there's not buildings that'll tell you everything. One tree might look like a different tree. And that's some things that you guys have to consider if you come out to environments like this. If you were to bug out, you have to have those skill sets to be able to understand and know what you're doing when you're out here. So again, this has been Stag with Wolf and Stag Wastelanders, and I'll see you in the wasteland. Hey guys, Stag, Wolf and Stag Wastelanders. I just wanted to come out here and take a moment to talk to you guys while I'm out here in the wasteland and mention that we have a Patreon account. I'm sure you guys have seen me post about it plenty and seen myself and Wolfen all over social media, but we wanted to let you guys know that we have set up a Patreon account where you'll be able to go over and see exclusive videos from us, behind the scenes, things like that. Every bit helps us film and helps us create better and better videos as we go on. So if you guys could find it in your hearts to go over there and become a Patreon or a patron, we'd really appreciate it. For $5 a month, you can get the basic entry package, and it goes all the way up to $100 a month, where you'll get to see exclusive behind-the-scenes videos. You guys will get to see plenty of what we do and how we're doing it out here. So if you guys wouldn't mind, head over to Patreon. The link will be in the description below me, and it'll also be in the first pinned comment. If you don't feel like being a Patreon or a patron, perhaps maybe you guys could consider just donating to us directly on PayPal. That link will be in the description below. Also, if you really like what you're seeing, go ahead and share out our videos, comment, like, subscribe, hit the bell icon that should be somewhere down here, and you'll get notified whenever we do new videos. We're trying to make this a full-time thing, guys, and we can only do that with your help. If you guys could share out our videos, like, subscribe, tell your friends about us, and even visit us on our social media. We're at Wolf and Stag Wastelanders over on Twitter. And I probably butchered that. But we're also over on Parler. So if you guys want to come out and talk to us directly, you feel free to do that. All of our social media will be posted down below. We also have a Facebook and an Instagram account. So if you guys could find it in your hearts to donate to us and help us continue this going, please visit the PayPal link below and the Patreon link below. Everything will be in the description and in the first pinned comment. So, thank you guys again, and this has been Stag with Wolf and Stag Wastelanders. Be safe out in the wasteland.